I remember I passed through a phase where I truly hated my appearance, and to some degree, I just used to think, I just hate how I look. I just hate how I sound. I truly hated it, and truly withheld me from doing a lot of things. But I truly dug deep. I discovered I was insecure because of what others said. I didn't know what my identity was. I wanted to be accepted and appreciated. I thought I was rejected over and over again. At 6, I remember waking up and mom was like, what happened? What's on your lips? When I checked in the mirror, I discovered my lips were like covered up with like a whitish substance that just came on my lips. So when I tried to wash it off, I discovered that I lost my upper and lower pigments. It's like my skin was peeling. I was rushed. I was taken to the hospital. After a few tests and running these few tests, they came up to a conclusion to say, no, this is actually a lip vitiligo. And according to my studies later when I grew up, I came to realize to say this happens in one child per 1,000 babies. So this being a rare case and me facing that case at age 6, it was truly a bit traumatic for me, because how can I be going through this thing when I'm a child? Over the time of running the tests, my lips were getting dry, my lips were getting cracked. Not only were they getting cracked, my lips were bleeding and paining and hurtful. It was truly, truly bad. That discovery was done, and I was given some tablets and some ointment to apply. I had to continue going to school. I had to continue doing all the things that I was supposed to do like a normal child. I didn't realize that this is going to be something that was going to affect me over a long period of time. Growing up, I discovered I was a loner because, as guys, the way we guys play is like we like picking on each other. You mention this, you say this, you say this. To some degree, that looks innocent. But for me, who had already been dealing with this thing and who thought this thing was like a major, big thing, each and every time someone picked on me, each and every time someone mentioned something that was related to my lips, it got to me. Apart from the copper belt, but copper, they just say things the way it is. They don't sugarcoat things. They're not like Lusaka people are like, they just say things straight. And when they say things in Bemba, you're gonna feel it. If I remember, there was a particular point we're having a conversation which turned into an argument. I don't know how it turned into an argument, but then it was like I was raising points and it looked as if I was going to win the argument. Do you know what this guy stood and said? He just said, "Kulanda no kulanda." I failed to say anything because at that point my upper lip was okay, but I was facing issues with my lower lip and my lips were cracking and they were bleeding. Immediately, people started laughing. It broke me. It crushed me. I didn't show it, but it crushed me. So for a long period of time, I was trying to avoid to be in places. I just started shying away from all these things. I really didn't want to be anywhere. I stopped going to church. I just thought everyone was looking at me. I just thought everyone was going to be picking. I just thought everyone was focusing on this very thing. And so I decided not to move with it. I decided not to go by it. I just decided to hide. Now, why am I sharing this? Am I trying to find people to bond with emotionally? No, we don't do emotional bonding here. Like, we are grown. There is a reason why I'm doing this. One thing that you have to realize is that as a person, in whatsoever field that you're trying to get into, you need to be audacious. But if you've not dealt with your insecurities, you've not found your identity, you've not found courage to love yourself, you've not found courage to appreciate yourself, you've not found courage to just be good to you, to love you, it's going to be so difficult for you to step out there. So I'm here to speak to that person that is insecure about something. So there are 6 things that I did to ensure that I fought and battled this insecurity that I had. So the first thing I came to realize was that identity comes before confidence. I needed to find myself. And I feel what really played a bigger role in getting to realize who I am, or getting to find out what my identity was God. I began to study the scripture. I began to read, and I began to to really harbor and recite what God spoke about me. I started removing everything that was negative from my heart, from my spirit, from my mind, from my soul, as it pertains to what people said about me. And I began to harbor the word of the Lord in me. I began to accept that truly I'm made in the image of God. Truly I was made for more. I was made for purpose. I was made to dominate. I just had to find my identity, and the word of God helped me to do that. I started not just only reciting to say I'm the image of God, I started seeing myself as the image of God. Another thing that helped me to overcome my insecurity was I needed to accept what I couldn't change, but then I needed to improve what I could change. I started taking my health more seriously. I started looking into it. What causes this? How did this come about? Is there a way that I can avoid this thing from continuing? Because my lips are cracking, I'm bleeding, and it's not pleasant, you know. I started researching, and I began to realize, to say, no, I have to moisturize my lips each and every time. I had to take a lot of water. I had to eat a lot of vegetables. I had to mind my diet. I had to mind what I put inside my body, what I put on my lips. I had to mind it. So I began to take those intrinsic steps. I started also ensuring that I started exuding confidence. I started working on how I speak. Because imagine you already have this thing that you're insecure about, and then you don't know how to speak, and then you don't know how to dress, and then you don't I started working on myself. I started developing skills. I started investing in myself. How do I talk? How do I come up here? How do I take up space? I started working on those things, you know. Another thing that I came to realize was that purpose makes insecurity to lose its power. The moment I understood to say, I want to be bigger than this, I want to be a millionaire. See, the Bible tells us to say, ask of me and I'll give you nations. This is God. Ask of me and I'll give you nations. God told me to say nations are just but a drop in a bucket. Me, I know I'm going to be great. And when I began to fully fund my mind and my mindset with the reality of my purpose, insecurity had to crash down. It doesn't matter how I look. It doesn't matter where I'm coming from. It doesn't matter if I'm black, if I'm white, if I'm blue, if I'm gray. It doesn't matter if I'm African. It doesn't matter if I'm coming from a country that has the poorest economy ever. I'm going to be big. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do big things. I'm going to be great. And that mindset, that forced me out of my insecurity. It forced me. So many of us, we are still insecure because you are okay. You've settled. You're okay. You're okay. You don't want to be big. It's okay. It's cool. You're settled. It's fine by you. It is fine by you. You will remain in that position and nothing. And moreover, let me tell you this. No one is coming to save you. Absolutely no one. No one is coming to always come say, oh no, you're good. Oh no, you're great. Oh, how great thou art. Nobody is coming to hype you up. You are the biggest hype. You are the biggest hype of your life. I stopped letting other people's words become my identity. What people say is what they think. Some people are speaking from a scarcity mindset. If people understood what words can do to someone, they wouldn't say what they say. If people truly understood how it feels for someone to be going through certain things, like I see certain comments on social media and I'm wondering to say, what was this person actually thinking when this person was typing this? I came to know that people are speaking from a retarded mindset. Many people are speaking from a scarcity mindset. Many people don't just know any better. And some people, they think in making other people laugh, in doing certain things that are going to make other people laugh, or is going to make them feel more accepted or appreciated. People speak from a scarcity mindset. And then others just speak from also, like, they're speaking from an insecurity. So they're trying to bring you down to the level they are. And one thing that you get to realize is that each and every person that speaks against you or speaks down on you, when you truly study, truly study, you are doing far, far better than them. You are doing far, far, far better than them. And so they try to drag you down to their level. So when I began to realize, to say that this identity that people are giving me is not truly mine, I stopped. Today, someone, tell me anything you want. Tell me anything you want. It's not going to affect me. The last thing, if you understand purpose, you invest in knowledge. The moment you understand your purpose, you invest in knowledge. So the day I started investing in knowledge, getting to learn more, about who a man is, who I am, what purpose is. Started learning skills, sales, communication, um, branding, and all these things. I came to realize that insecurity is just gonna break. Because why are you being insecure? There is no great person in this world, or there is nobody in this world that wants to become great that is insecure. People that are great are delusional. And do you think you're gonna be delusional with an insecurity? What does it mean to be delusional? The Bible tells us to say, God told Abraham to say, I want you to go to the mountains and I want you to look around. And he told him, say, as far as your eyes can see, that's what's going to be your possession. As far as your eyes can see. What are you seeing today? Many of us keep on saying, oh, this person is too delusional. That's what the Bible calls us to do. The Bible calls us to be delusional. God told Abraham to say, as far as your eyes can see. And what did Abraham say? Did he say, oh, I see hills? He said, I see nations. So which means Abraham didn't just want to see with his physical eyes the limitation he was seeing. He saw beyond his limitation. Some of you look at yourself to say you're poor today. You're not. You are a millionaire here. You are first a millionaire here. You need to be delusional. The moment you understand this, insecurity is going to break off, because you cannot go chase that dream that you want to chase. You want to go chase whatever that you want to chase by being insecure. You won't do it. You won't manage. So you need to break it. The moment you understand purpose, that insecurity is going to fall, because your dreams are becoming bigger, and there will be no space for insecurity to sit. There will be no space. So these are my last words to you. Whatsoever that is stopping you, be it starting content creation, be it starting that business that you've been trying to start for years, truly look into yourself. Why don't you want to start? Are you afraid of being called foolish? Are you afraid of failing? Are you afraid of starting? What's truly stopping you? To the core of it, you discover that you're insecure. You think you don't know anything about business. You think you don't know. You're just limiting yourself. Break off that insecurity and let's take the mountains, because the mountains are waiting for us. I see nations. I hope you see nations too. Have a blessed day.